Mr. Shakeel, what is your regarding and reading on the Russian-Ukraine conflict? Has Russia got the right to start this military operation from the very beginning?
Look, we cannot say outrightly what is right and what is wrong because there are a number of things we have to talk before we have to come to conclusion. First thing, the sovereignty of any country does matter and it must be respected at any cost. But if we look at the situation from the 2013-14 onward, what is happening in Ukraine? First, the IMF and the World Bank and the other international financial institutions, they came to ask the Mr. Victor to open and give the opportunity to all the financial institutions to invest in the Ukraine and open their land for the purchase and these other things. They were asking so many things, and they were also pursuing the Ukraine to join the NATO. And that was the point where the victor refused to them. Then the IMF and the World Bank started to talk about, and especially the Western media, they started to talk about a new revolution and the new color revolution. And after that, we are looking at that what is happening in the Ukraine. From the very beginning, Russia is maintaining they don't have any intention to go to invade to engage in a war with the Ukraine, but they were asking two or three things. First, they were asking the surety for the safety of Russian-speaking people. And second, they were asking, don't join the NATO because it will be a problematic. No country like it, like in the Cuba Missile Crisis. So why then at that time that the US was reacting if they had no problem that they can bring these missiles to the border of the Russia. So at this point of the time, we can say the best solution available for both sides is to refrain, to spread this conflict, and they should come back to the table. But unfortunately, at this point of time, the Western media, the Western political system, they are not allowing Ukraine to come to the table to negotiate some peace agreement because their interest is in the conflict. We have seen Americans, they are asking the European Union countries don't go to buy the energy products from Russia, but themselves they are buying from the Russia.
Understood.
So this is very interesting thing. So actually, when I look at this, so this is not only conflict of NATO and the territory conflict. The real problem is the Western, they want to compete the emerging ideology of economy. And that emerging ideology of economy is coming from China, and Russia is also part of that. And NATO want to come to the border of China ultimately. So that is they are the real target.
Perfectly understood.